Welcome to Legal and Regulatory Framework, where we explore the regulatory side of farming. We'll be navigating the legal, economic, and ethical landscape that shapes modern agriculture. Let's begin with core agricultural laws that form the foundation of farming regulations. These laws govern every aspect from production and distribution to consumption of agricultural products. First, we have land use and ownership, a critical area of agricultural regulation. These regulations control how agricultural land is utilized for farming activities. They govern ownership rights, tenancy agreements, and proper zoning of agricultural areas. These laws prevent illegal land acquisition while encouraging sustainable farming practices. Next is crop protection, which focuses on safe farming inputs. This area manages the proper use of pesticides and agricultural chemicals. It ensures these substances cause no harm to health, animals, or our environment. Regulations specify proper usage methods, residue limits, and worker safety protocols. Food safety and quality regulations protect consumers throughout the supply chain. These govern production, handling, and distribution of agricultural products. They set standards for hygiene practices, product traceability, and accurate labeling. Ultimately, they ensure all food is safe for human consumption. Environmental protection laws promote sustainable agricultural practices. They encourage methods that reduce harm to natural resources and ecosystems. These cover pollution control, responsible water use, and proper waste management. They also work to conserve biodiversity within agricultural areas. Now, let's examine key agricultural regulatory bodies that enforce these laws. These organizations ensure compliance while promoting best practices in agriculture. First is FSI, an important regulatory body in India. FSI sets comprehensive food safety standards across the country. The USDA plays a crucial role in the United States. It regulates agricultural practices and manages farm subsidy programs. The EPA focuses on environmental protection aspects. It oversees the environmental impact of agricultural activities and practices. The FDA ensures food product safety in the U.S. market. It monitors both domestic production and imported food products for safety. State agriculture departments handle regional implementation. They enforce agricultural laws at the state and local levels. Despite these regulations, there are significant hurdles in agricultural regulation. Various factors hinder the effective implementation of these important laws. First, challenges in enforcement and structure present major obstacles. Lack of enforcement occurs due to limited resources, corruption, or political will. Complex frameworks can overwhelm farmers with varied regulations across regions. Policy and tech gaps create additional implementation challenges. Conflicting policies arise when agricultural goals clash with environmental rules. Slow tech adoption means laws lag behind advancements like GMOs or precision farming. Understanding agricultural land ownership is crucial for agribusiness management. Different systems shape how farmers access and control agricultural land. Private ownership is one common system where individuals or entities own land. In this system, an individual or business entity legally owns the land. Public ownership involves state or government control of agricultural land. Here, the state or government owns and manages the land for public use. Land tenure systems define how land rights are held and transferred. These systems determine how land is held, whether private, public, or communal. Several challenges affect land ownership in agriculture today. These include land concentration, unclear titles, and frequent ownership disputes. Finally, let's explore common agricultural land lease types used by farmers. These allow access to land without requiring full ownership rights. Fixed rent lease provides a stable arrangement for both parties involved. The tenant pays fixed rent regardless of crop yield, ensuring predictability. Sharecropping involves sharing crop yields between landowner and tenant. They share the crop based on preset percentages, helping farmers with limited capital. Cash rent lease uses cash payments for land use agreements. Tenants pay cash rent agreed before planting, common in large-scale agriculture. Now let's explore how land policies shape agriculture and influence farming practices. Well-structured land ownership and leasing policies are fundamental for a thriving agricultural sector. They boost productivity by encouraging farmers to invest in their land and adopt new technologies when they have secure tenure. These policies also promote sustainable land use by incentivizing practices that prevent degradation. Furthermore, they address land access and distribution issues, helping reduce inequalities and supporting smallholder farmers for more inclusive development. Next, we'll examine essential food safety standards that protect consumers. These standards protect public health from farm to table, ensuring food safety at every step. Let's start with HACCP, a critical food safety system. HACCP stands for Hazard Analysis and Critical Control Points. This system identifies, evaluates, and controls food safety hazards effectively. It focuses on prevention during the production process to ensure safety. Next, we have GAP, another important standard. GAP stands for Good Agricultural Practices. These are guidelines for maintaining food safety at the farm level. They manage planting, fertilizing, pest control, and harvesting processes. Now, let's look at GMP standards. GMP stands for Good Manufacturing Practices. This ensures consistent production according to quality standards. It reduces contamination risks during food processing operations. Finally, we have Codex Alimentarius. This provides international food standards, guidelines, and codes. It was established by the FAO and WHO organizations. It serves as the foundation for global food safety standards. Now, let's discuss global food safety certifications and their importance. These provide verification for safe and quality food production worldwide. First is ISO 22000. An important certification. This is an international food safety management standard used globally. Next are GFSI certifications, which include several schemes. These are internationally recognized schemes like BRCGS, SQF, and IFS. We also have organic certification for sustainable farming. This requires sustainable practices with no synthetic pesticides or GMOs. Finally, there's Fair Trade certification for ethical practices. This ensures ethical labor and fair compensation for farmers. Let's explore intellectual property in agribusiness and its key types. IP protects innovation and brand identity in the agricultural sector. First, we have innovation protection methods. Patents provide legal protection for new inventions like plant varieties and technology. Trade secrets protect confidential business information that provides competitive advantage. Next, we have brand and content protection methods. Trademarks protect distinctive symbols or names that distinguish products. Copyrights protect original works like manuals, software, and research materials. Now, let's understand why intellectual property matters in agriculture. Intellectual property is crucial in agribusiness for several important reasons. It encourages innovation and investment in research by granting exclusive rights to creators, ensuring they can profit from new plant varieties and technologies. Trademarks protect agricultural brands, building consumer trust and market recognition. IP also facilitates international trade by safeguarding innovations across borders. Ultimately, it supports sustainable agricultural practices by providing farmers access to proven technologies. Finally, let's examine key international agricultural trade agreements. These agreements shape global food systems and international commerce significantly. First are WTO agreements from the World Trade Organization. The WTO provides a framework, notably the Agreement on Agriculture, which addresses market access, domestic support, and export subsidies to regulate global trade effectively. Next are free trade agreements between countries. FTAs reduce trade barriers like tariffs and quotas for agricultural products to increase cross-border flow and trade. Finally, we have bilateral and regional agreements. These are trade pacts negotiated between two countries or multiple countries in a specific geographic area to define agricultural trade rules. Let's summarize what we've learned about agribusiness management in this comprehensive overview. These are the key takeaways for understanding this complex and vital agricultural sector. Agricultural laws ensure farming remains safe, efficient, and sustainable for future generations. Regulatory bodies enforce important standards for both food safety and environmental protection. Land policies significantly impact productivity, sustainability, and farmer livelihoods directly. Food safety standards and certifications protect public health while facilitating trade. Intellectual property safeguards innovation, brands, and supports sustainable agricultural practices. International trade laws govern global movement of agricultural products, promoting fair trade.